Yeah. Something we had talked about earlier before the interview started, or someone, the fabulous Jackie Fargo.
There was only one, Pally. I mean, what could you say? Back in the 50s, him and his brother Donnie, they went to New York and they go over like a house on fire, and it
So
was
they
just.
started in New York, or did they start
No,
here in
they
Memphis?
started here, but they went to New York and they sold that Madison Square Garden before it was
that
selling out.
with
Yeah,
Vince Senior?
Vince Senior. Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't even know if Vince Junior knew who they were. I'm sure he did because they were still around or still living when he started his thing. But yeah, no, they worked for Senior.
Okay, and then they come back to Memphis,
Come
and
back to Memphis, and
oh,
Fargo kind of retired, and Donnie was down in Pensacola.
and this was about when
75.
1975.
Because he kind of came out of retirement to work with me in Barnes. But he was.
Not for Lawler, with Lawler. It was for you and
They
Barnes.
had run Lawler off.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but Lawler had worked with him in 73 or 74, and we didn't get here till 75. So Jackie Fargo was the king of Memphis, and he'd wrestled Lawler 74 or whenever for the right to be the king of Memphis, and Lawler went over, so that made Lawler. Lawler wasn't the king of wrestling when we come here. He was just the king of Memphis. That's how they said it. Oh, Jerry Lawler, the king of Memphis. Bobby Shane was the guy who used the title the king of wrestling. And
So he was the original.
one of them. And he was the one that got me and George Barnes booked here in 1975 with Jerry Jarrett being the booker.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we got here.
Now his brother, was it Donnie?
Don Fargo, yeah.
Was it Nut House or Rough House?
Rough House.
Rough House.
Yeah, he was the one that was goofy.
He was the one that was going.
Right,
Okay.
yeah. So anyway, no, we're all a little goofy back then, but you know what I mean. So they had the gimmick that they got him out of the nut house to help Jackie.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah, so Jackie was supposed to go down to the big house in Bolivar and get him out, and he'd come back and he'd wrestle.
You're
and
kidding.
they'd
That
take
was
him
an
back
actual angle?
That was an angle that was worked for years.
Wow.
Nut House Fargo. So,
Okay.
it was just.
Oh, and again, speaking as a true fan from my earliest memories, I was watching Memphis wrestling, and I bought into everything. The way that you all made it look, and I want to know if this is actual reality. Eddie Marlin.
Eddie Marlin.
Had the ultimate say-so, or that's the way it seemed over everything that happened. Is that true? What part did Eddie Marlin play?
He was the promoter on paper,
Mm-hmm.
but there was a booker, which sometimes was Jerry Jarrett, sometimes Jerry Lawler, sometimes Bill Dundee. That man has the ultimate say. Whoever the booker is runs the territory. Like Dusty Rhodes, he was the booker in Florida. He was the booker in Atlanta. He was wherever he went. Dusty
So their say is law.
Right.
Yeah. But so how much power did Eddie Marlin have? I mean.
Well, he was the promoter's father-in-law.
Okay. That says a lot.
And that's pretty powerful. So.
All right, throw out another name for you. And this goes back to, as far as I know, I'm sure you'll know exactly, but there was a fellow by the name of Chris Colt that you actually worked with. Could you tell us about Chris? Now, he had a kind of an Adrian Street thing going before Street, I guess, got into that whole thing.
But
he had the eye paint.
He'd seen Street.
Oh, so he got it from him.
Right.
Okay.
So Street was an original. And Colt would tell you that. I like Colt. I drove him down the road with him, and his way of life wasn't my way of life.
Mm-hmm.
So
good worker.
Good worker. Kind of crazy in real life, yeah. But aren't we all? We all got in the same business. But I got along good with him.
Mm-hmm.
So, but as far as doing anything stupid when we were around outside on the street, he always behaved when he was with me. So I couldn't tell you nothing much more than that.
Do you know what eventually happened to him? Where he wound up? I mean, what did he do?
Like most of the ones that live in the fast lane, you go early to the big arena in the sky. So.
Oh, so he's no longer with us.
Right.
Okay.